Hey internet, and I'm back. So it's been a little bit of a delay since the last video, and that's because we've been away for a week to the beautiful Pembrokeshire coast in South Wales. So it's been a lovely little break and a bit of a rest. So yeah, my wife's very happy with that, and yeah, she organised it all, and it was a lovely holiday. Anyway, so we're back now. I'm ready to catch up. My POR 15, however you say it, hasn't yet arrived for the tank, but I have had some of the deliveries that I've ordered. I've been waiting for topping up supplies really. So we've got a couple more tins of etch primer. We've got some grey plastic primer, and then I've got some alloy wheel paint, and in white, which is for the 600R, and the lacquer, the associated lacquer to go with it. So yeah, we're all stocked up on that. And I also bought a new tin of body filler for the skimming. Look, there's a couple of very minor dents on the tank, and I just want to get rid of those when we come to paint it, or at least get some primer on it. The degreaser, I haven't got any standard thinners, which was one of the suggestions that I had, and I'd certainly use that if I had some, but I haven't got any at the moment. So one of the things I've ordered is 5 litres of is it gunk degreaser. So I'm going to use that. I'm more concerned obviously about the inside of the tank, but I want to get it, make sure there's absolutely no oil or grease on there prior to putting the POR 15 in, because we don't want to waste any of that, or we don't want it to be not apply correctly. So yeah, that's all good. The gunk will be here today. The POR 15 is due. Well, it says Friday or Saturday, so it's, what is it? It's Monday today, so we'll just have to see. The other thing I've been racking my brains with is how or what am I going to do with the broken lugs on the back of the side panels. Bear with me. There you go, just change the camera angle so you can see a bit better. So one nasty side panel, obviously, and which I'm going to sand down in a minute. We'll give that a bit of a go. But as you can see, that front lug is fine, if how well you can see that. The back lug has been made. It's somebody's made something. And the other side panel, the other spare side panel I've got for the left hand side has got no lugs on. But I have got a lug on its own. So one of the things I've tried to do is make another lug. Wasn't very successful, but I don't know how well you can see that. I actually made a mould in a sand of the original lug, and then I melted some plastic and into that mould and created that. And you know what, it's halfway there. It's not too bad, but it's not really good enough. So either try again with that, or try and find somebody who does 3D printing. Now I looked on the internet for that, and there are quite a few companies that seem to do it, but it seems to be for manufacturing, and they do big bulk jobs, or you've got to send the relevant type of file to them for the 3D, for the actual 3D printing. So I haven't got that software. I've got Photoshop and what have you, but I haven't got the thing that you need to convert the image into a 3D model. So maybe I'll look at that a bit more. I'd really just like to find someone who I could, send the dimensions to and get it done. So no hurry for that yet. It's going to be a while before it goes back on the bike, but it's just one more thing to think about. So we've got loads of paint, we've got some more, we've got plastic filler coming, we've got the POR 15 coming, and I think we've got about everything we need then. I am going to be using the paint gun when I paint the bike itself, but I don't think I'm going to bother for the primer. I don't know. I mean, you tell me if there's a particular reason why I shouldn't go with the aerosol primers. I just, cleaning the gun's going to be messy anyway, so I just figured we'll just do top coat with the gun and lacquer, and the primer I'll just use the tins. By the time you've wet flatted it down, it's lovely anyway, so I can't see any benefit, but maybe I'm missing something there. You can let me know in the comments below if you think I am. Okay, so what we're going to do today, I'm going to start on some of the panel works. Like I say, we'll do the side panel first and see how far we get. See if the paint stripper has actually eaten into the plastic or ruined it at all. After finding out last time that it said, don't use these products on plastic, and I thought they were fine for it, so my mistake. So let's crack on and see how we go. Thanks very much. Okay, so I've taken all that off. That's come off okay, but it does seem, I don't know whether this is like a filler all over the panel. I'm really not too sure. It feels quite rough. It's not ready for any sort of paint at all. I'll give it a bit more of a go with a lighter sanding pad. I did move up to a 40 grit to really get rid of that stuff on the top, and well, it's just, I can only think he's skimmed it with filler completely across the panel to give it a really good finish. You can see there what I meant when I was saying about the repair for the thing. It's for the lug, it's really just a bolt end, so that'll have to be filled. There's a big crack across here which I'll fill. There's a crack down there that I'll also take care of. And this is really rough here, and I think you can see that it's actually over the top of red, so whatever this filler is, or stopper, or whatever it is, he's gone over the original red colour of the panel. So let's give it a whiz with the with a lighter one and see if we can get it into a stage that we could consider painting over, because other than that I'm not too sure what we'd do with it. Okay, let's have a go. flatted that with a 240. It feels pretty smooth. The edges just need a little bit more work. The body of the panel feels okay. That's a bit concerning. So I don't know what it is. It's definitely something on top of the paint though. I can only think it is like a filler, or I don't know, maybe a really thick filler primer. What do you think? I'm not too sure. So, okay. I'll do the mudguard next and see if, well, I'll do some on the mudguard now and just see if that's got the same stuff under it. After a little bit of time and effort, you can see it seems to be the same. So, well, I'm not too sure what the... I mean, this is obviously one coat. The yellowish colour is some other coat, I imagine. And it's on top of this grey again. I mean, the panel is extremely smooth. So whether maybe this was some sort of filler primer, something like that, not too sure. I've got to finish it off by hand yet, you know, in the edges where I can't get with the machine. And I think I am going to repair that. You find something to patch it and then fill it and sand it off. I'm sure we'll be able to do something with that. Probably do some mesh on the back there. But, yeah, because it's a bit of a shame other than that, because it's in really good condition. So what I might do is I might finish it with a bit of, finish the rough edges and then prime it, just to see if we get a reaction. And if we do, I know we've got to take it off a lot more. But if I don't, I can just flat that and, go from there really. But yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. I'm not too worried about this section, because obviously the alloy plate goes there. I mean, I'll clean it up yet more, obviously. But yeah, there's the alloy plate that goes there, and these just need cleaning up in the back there where I can't get with the machine. But again, I've just got to make sure there's nothing there that's going to react. But yeah, other than that, I'm pleased with the condition of that panel. I might do a bit more on the side panel later, or I might crack on with the fairing. Okay. that's it for today. Birthday Guinness for me. As you can see, we've made a good start. Still got a long way to go. Paint's coming off the fairing a treat. That hasn't got, or doesn't look to have, the same sort of thick primer or whatever it is beneath the paint. I think that's original. Well, it is, isn't it? The paintwork on the blue one, on the nose fairing, is definitely original at that level, and it was the same as the our current 600R. Anyway, so I am really tempted to paint it a different colour, to paint it non-standard. These panels, you know, not the ones that are on the 600R at the moment. A couple of conversations with people of late who've said, you know, it's better to have tatty and original or than perfect copy. And I sort of get it, you know. I think we could do something more with the tank on the 600, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we could blow in the blue on the corners on the tailpiece. I don't know. Can you rub that down, or you know, can you rub the lacquer off to get through to the colour, blow in, and then re-lacquer a panel again? Is that a thing you can do? Oh, let me know. I mean, if I'm you know me, I'm a DIYer, and I've been sort of learning as I've gone along. So if you've got, well, you're probably bound to have better knowledge than I have, then, you know, drop me any comments that you might have about that, because that'd be really interesting. But yeah, going back to these panels that I'm prepping now. So I was thinking of doing them in not like a full red or, you know, all white or something like that. I mean, I know that the decals are going to be tricky to put on, and the reason is, as I've just said, you know, these conversations with people about, oh yeah, you know, tatty and original's worth a lot more than a copy. So I'm thinking, okay, well, let's not try and do a copy, let's try and do something different. I don't want it to look cheap, but you know, the panels on the 600R, I think, lend themselves, because they're so shaped, you know, they're not flat panels at all, are they? You know, they've got some great curves in that follow the line of the bike. And I was thinking maybe one colour in there and then a separate colour above and on the tank, wrapping around the top of the tank as well. I'm sort of leaning towards like a matte dark green and a matte maybe black or very dark grey, and then with maybe like gunmetal silver decals. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a play in Photoshop and see what I can do for, you know, use it as a piece of design software, and see if we can get a feel for it. But you know, if you've got any ideas, maybe drop them in the comments and I'll take those on board, and we'll have a think about it. So yeah, like I say, that's it for today. I've got other stuff to do this afternoon, so I've reached the amount of time I've got available. But hopefully we'll be back in the garage tomorrow, or Wednesday at the latest. So great, thank you very much for sticking with me. As I say, apologies about the little break, but been away for a few days, which was absolutely wonderful. Highly recommend Pembrokeshire, it's just a beautiful coast. Anyway, so thanks for sticking with me. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Notice our subscribers went above the 4,000 last week, and I think we're now on about 4,350, so welcome to all of you new subscribers. I notice we've got a lot in Germany and a lot in the States as well, so you're very, very welcome. If there's anything you'd like me to focus on, or anything you'd like to see, then again, you know, either drop me a message or pop it in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. But really appreciate the subscribers. I really appreciate the thumbs ups. and don't forget to click the little bell icon and you'll get a notification when I do upload content, and I do it at least once a week, so all good. Right, okay, that's it for today. Thank you very much for sticking with me. I'll see you very soon, internet. Okay, bye.